Thanks a lot, gents. I feel like after sport, you need something with a little bit of a twist. How about a cheesecake with a twist? The Savoury cheesecake is made with a salted crackers base and topped with a creamy mushroom, leek, and cream cheese filling using NULAID's fresh eggs. It's the ultimate way to start or end your weekend, and Teresa is here to show us exactly how to do it. Now, Chef Teresa, thank you so much for joining us once again. You're amazing. I have been so intrigued about this recipe for so long because when I think cheesecake, I think salted caramel, blueberry, I think, you know, fudge and chocolate, a lot of the sweet stuff. But now when you think savoury, the palate suddenly starts to twist around a bit, even though cheese itself is savoury, you know.
You're right. No, it's definitely a different take on it, and I think you're really going to like this. We've got amazing flavours. So I'm going to start on our filling.
Okay, great stuff.
And I'm going to heat up some olive oil, and then I've got some chopped leeks here, which I just love in any kind of...
You know, actually, like last night for dinner, I actually had some leeks. Yeah,
did you?
It's just the only things, you know, when you roast them down. So if you do them quite like sort of whole, they have a bit of thread through them as well. So if you have a hack for that, now's the time to.
Well, and also washing them, I know, is a real.
Yes, exactly. But you know, it's fine. It's a labour of love. It's cooking, right? We love it.
The soil gets right in there. But yeah, I usually chop them up like this, and then you're just going to soften them in your oil.
Perfect.
And I'm going to add some fresh thyme as well, because that just.
I feel like thyme is quite an underrated ingredient.
It
like
is.
There's something that thyme does things on a savoury and even a sweet level that I think that, or even sort of in cocktails sometimes, that you don't really like sort of understand. It's there's a nuance there, a little bit of a background flavour, which is great. But of course, in this recipe, we're going to use some NULAID eggs. And as mentioned a little earlier, NULAID eggs are actually extremely versatile, from their free-range eggs, their pasteurized eggs, their canola eggs. The range allows for you to get creative in the kitchen, creating fresh meals for you and your family, even savoury cheesecakes. And trusting where your food comes from has become easier with NULAID's farm-to-table movement. They have ensured that you are getting the freshest eggs, making them the best option for your delicious recipes, and it's just a lovely option for you. So if you want to go and crack one open this morning for breakfast, or maybe for a Mother's Day breakfast, go for NULAID. It's awesome. So we are now going down with the mushrooms. Yes,
and of course the thyme works beautifully with the mushrooms as well. So just let that saute, and you're looking to just soften those veggies. So I'm going to let those do their thing. And then you were talking about cracking eggs.
Yes,
that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we've got our NULAID eggs, nice and fresh, and I'm going to crack those, and these are going to go into our filling.
And essentially, this would be like part of the binding of the filling as well, right?
That's it. It's going to hold it all together. Okay, so very much like a sweet cheesecake, we've got our cream cheese here, and use a nice thick, full-fat cream cheese, because I just find that works so much better. And then we're going to whisk it up.
See, this is the part where, I mean, there's something about this cream cheese. There's something about it. It's got this tang to it.
Yes.
And I love the versatility, because, you know, you do get the savoury and you get the sweet notes from it as well. You can just, in terms of what you add, you can add a bit of salt, and then suddenly it's savoury, touch of sugar, boom.
Exactly.
You got a dessert, which is great.
So whip your eggs in. There we go. And then just to add another flavour element, I'm going to add some blue cheese as well.
What?
So, I know.
You see, the charcuterie board vibes, that's like what I love. And when you give me blue cheese, I feel like it's part of my taste profile that I thoroughly enjoy, is a bit of blue cheese, which is great. So this is wonderful. So far, we're looking good. We got the leeks and the mushrooms. They are softening down. We've got the cream cheese doing its thing along with the eggs, as well as blue cheese now. Salt, pepper's going in there too. I see a station for me. Talk to me. What do you need me to do?
So you are going to do our biscuit base.
All right.
So that's our savoury biscuit base. We've got some crackers, and you're just going to blitz them into fine crumbs. Like that. Then we've got some hard cheese. So you can use a Parmesan or a Pecorino, and you can add that in. Stir that together.
Okay.
And then we've got some melted butter.
And then that's going to go in as well.
Stir it all together.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the salted cracker base, because usually it would be a base with one of the, like a sort of sweeter biscuit with the other cheesecakes, but this is great.
But you're not stuffing around with pastry, it's just very, very easy.
This is great. If you are looking for the recipe and you're thinking, okay, what did they just put in there? Don't forget, expressoshow.com. We've got the entire recipe for you, as well as all the details that you require, so don't worry about it. So let's just fast forward for a second. Once we've got our base down, we've got our filling down. I'm assuming that that's going to go into there.
This is going to go into there, so let it cool for a couple of minutes.
All right.
I'm going to add it in now, and then your beautiful crust is going to go into your springform tin, and make sure you grease it very, very well.
Yes.
Important. And then it's going to go into the oven for 50 minutes.
And I know that if I think about cheesecake, sometimes they brown quite fast.
Yes, yes.
So for that, what type of hack do you have for us? Just kind of like slow down the process.
Yes, so what you can do is cover it with a bit of foil.
Yes.
So check it towards the end of the cooking time. And then if you see all the top's getting a bit brown, but it's still very wobbly, pop a bit of foil on, and it's just going to protect the outside of the cheesecake from getting too brown.
Okay, well, I'm going to put this biscuit base down, salted cracker base, which is quite unique. We're going to top this up and we're going to complete it. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. If you want to give it a try or maybe surprise mom for Mother's Day with this recipe, a savoury cheesecake, it's now in your repertoire. Go get the details as well as the recipe and method on expressoshow.com.